everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to do a little tutorial for a necklace using products from the Bargain Bead Box, August 2021. So, my little card today, so I bought these little cards. I got some scripture ones, I got some kindness ones, and I got these love ones. So I've been putting them around the house for Chris, like, just to make him feel special. They're silly, but they're fun. But this one I wanted to show you guys. It says, "I'm still wearing the smile you gave me." So this one, you guys make me smile, and I just want you to know that. I do read all of your comments, and I don't always get to respond to every single one, but I read all of them. So yeah, you guys always make me smile. Well, for the most part. For the most part, you always make me smile. But anyway, I wanted you to know that. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy YouTube, and I enjoy getting to know all of the wonderful people that I've gotten to know. So thank you. Thank you for the smiles. All right, so we're going to work with some Bargain Bead Box stuff today. Now, Chris is at the dentist, so he has a dentist phobia. And so the dentist is actually just down the street from us, and I'm sorry to all you dentists out there. We don't have anything against you personally. It's just, I don't know, he's terrified of going to the dentist. So I offered to go with him, and he was like, "No, I'll go by myself." So I told him, I said, "If you get scared, just call me, and I will come down there and tell that dentist to get his hands off you." So anyway, I may get a call from the dentist telling me to come and pick up my husband. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to try this necklace. So, Bargain Bead Box. We are using the pink rondelles, these vintage pink rondelles, and some of the bicones from the box this month. These were really pretty, I thought. We are using some of, actually I think all of the leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Were there 6? I think there were 6. So we're using all of these leaves. I have some chain. Now, this is not the chain that they put in the box. They had a great chain in the box, but I actually had to use that chain on a different necklace. So this chain is just chain from my own stash that is very similar to what they had in the box already. So I've cut some pieces of it. We're going to make a tassel. So anyway, I'll show you the measurements for those in a minute. Then I've got some Coriana chain. This is from my website if you're interested. They did not, this wasn't in the box this month, but you can get it on my website. I have the pendant, this flower pendant, which I thought was beautiful. I have a toggle clasp, and this is not the toggle clasp that came in the box because I've used them all. So this is what I had to pull one from my own stash. So just, I like the ones they had in the box this month. I just used them all. I have 2 closed rings here. They are probably 16 millimeters. I have 1 of these flower charms that was in the box this month. And I have a length of chain here. Again, this is this chain that I pulled from my own stash, just in a longer piece of it. And I'll give you the measurements here in a minute. And then I have 2 clamshell connectors and a couple of crimp beads for the Coriana chain. I have head pins and eye pins and all of my tools. And I think that's everything you're going to need. I kind of pulled this out on the fly, so if I've forgotten something, we'll have to just deal with it when we get there. But I think that's all you're going to need. Okay. So I loved this flower. I thought this was so pretty. And I thought, how pretty would this be hanging on some Coriana chain with just some simple... I don't want to do anything crazy. I just want to do some simple beads on here. This is just really pretty kind of on its own, and it looks really pretty with these bicones and rondelles, okay? Now, I do have some tassel pieces here. So let me grab my ruler and I will show you what I have in them. I really just cut them randomly because we're just going to make a tassel, a chain tassel, and I don't really measure them out for that, but if you want measurements, then we'll get you measurements. So, and somebody always asks. So I have a almost 2.5 inch piece here. I have a 2 3/4 inch piece. I have a 2.5 inch piece. I have a almost 2 inch piece, 1 3/4. A 2 inch piece. A 2.5 inch piece, and a 2.5 inch piece. I have a bunch of pieces of this. I didn't realize how many. A almost 2.5 inch piece, and this little short guy who is 1.5 inches. So those are my tassel pieces, okay? And that's what I'm going to use for the tassel. And like I said, I really didn't measure them. I just cut them out. So, okay. And then for my longer chain piece, which apparently has oh, no, it doesn't. I thought I had a knot in it. Okay, for my longer chain piece, let's see, we're at 6, 12, about 18 inches. Yeah, right around 18 inches for this one. Now my Coriana chain, I'm not sure exactly how long I'm going to end up cutting it for, so we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it, okay? So this is going to be a little bit of a layered necklace with a tassel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, get this stuff out of the way. I'm going to take my pendant piece, and I probably need to go ahead and do the tassel, actually, and hang that on this, because it's going to have to hang from the back, and I'm going to need a jump ring, so you will need some jump rings. I'm sorry, like I said, I was a little scattered with this one because of Chris's dental thing, so I wasn't sure. I thought I may have to go with him, and so when he said, no, I don't need you to go this time, I was like, oh, okay, so I'm going to do a tutorial, but like I said, they may still call me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get a fairly large ring. So here we have one. This is an open ring. I don't want a closed ring for this. And I'm just going to hang all of these tassel pieces on it. So let me grab this pair of pliers, and I'm just going to start hanging them on here. So there's a long one. I have so many different sizes that I don't think it's going to matter where you hang them. I think they're just all going to end up, well, that's one little piece there. I think they're going to all end up pretty, you know, kind of bunched together and stuff anyway. So, but I will try to put one of the shorter ones on that side. That little piece fell off. So if you're not familiar with Bargain Bead Box, I will tell you about it. It is a monthly beading subscription service. You get between, I don't know, 50, 55, something like that, dollars worth of stuff every month delivered to your door for $17.98. It really, I love Bargain Bead Box. I've subscribed to them for probably, gosh, 3 or 4 years, probably 4 years. And for the most part, they have been consistently wonderful. Now this piece needs to go in the middle because it is really long. So let me pull some of these off. It's been consistently wonderful. I mean, they have great stuff. So I usually get, I don't know, 7 or 8 pieces of jewelry out of each box. And I love it. It's $17.98 delivered straight to your door. And they give you, when you subscribe, they give you a coupon code to use on their sister store, Bead Box Bargains, which has really good bargains. And you can use it over and over all month long. It's 30% off. So you really, it is a great value. I've tried another bead box out here lately that I'm just not at all impressed with. So when I see that, and then I see how Bargain Bead Box does, I really am more and more impressed with them all the time. All right, so I've got to hang this right from the top of this, but I don't really want to hang it up that high. I would like it to dangle a little bit lower. So I'm just going to close up that ring right there, and I'm going to grab another couple of jump rings, just more regular sized ones. They don't have to be huge. I just want to create like a little chain for this to hang down, because I don't want it to be all hidden behind this flower, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to create a little chain here. You can do that by putting 2 pieces on your middle piece, and voila, you have a little chain. So that's about the extent of my chainmail skills, guys. That's about it. All right, and then we're going to hook this onto here. Actually, I probably better hook this on first. We're going to hook this onto one of our little chain links, and we will hook the other one onto the flower. And that will probably make this dangle low enough to where it's gonna show. Let me get my other plier to close that up. Oh, and I didn't mention, I I was trying to get there, but I didn't. That bargain bead box, I have a coupon code, $2 off. You can get $2 off your first month's box or $2 off of a purchase in their store, but you can only use that coupon code one time. So keep that in mind. All right, so there's our little tassel. I like it. It's really cute. Now, I had thought about hanging a couple of these leaves from it, and we may do that. We may not. I don't know. Let's see how the rest of the necklace looks. So I really do like this. We're going to put it right on our Coriana chain, just like this. Okay. And then I'm just going to bead on this chain with some of these beads. Now, you know, they do have some little metal spacers in here. I used most everything. Actually, I only have one left, so never mind. I used almost everything, all of the metal components out of this. Now, I could get some bead caps. I think I may get some bead caps because I think they would be really cute. These little flower ones, these are my favorite ever, pretty much. They're on my website in a bunch of colors, and I really like them, and I think they would be cute on these rondelles. So, I'm sorry. Let me grab some bead caps. Okay, so here these are these little bead caps, and I really like these. They're a 6mm size, and they, I just don't feel like that I don't like bead caps to make the bead look like it has a hat. I hate that. So I feel like these don't do that. I like these a lot. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a bicone on each side of this. Now, I hope these will go on the chain. Some bicones will, yeah. Some won't. You just have to play around with them. And my nails look horrible again. I'm sorry. I've started this new poly gel stuff that's really awesome. I love it. I get it on Amazon, and you do your own, like, you paint this gel stuff in this. I don't know, guys. I'm not a girly girl, but you paint this gel stuff in your nail form thing. They give you these little forms, and then you put it on your nail and you cure it under a UV lamp. And so it's supposed to like be really awesome. And it really is awesome. I love it. But I got in a hurry yesterday. You cannot be in a hurry when you do it. And I was in a hurry yesterday trying to do it, and they turned out really horrible. So I just had to pull them off. So I haven't had a chance to do them again, but I will. So for all of you out there that critique my nails, I'm very sorry. Today they're bad. I know they are. All right. So here we have our little, so this is the pattern I'm going to go with on this. Very simple. I'm going to do bicone, bead cap, rondelle, bead cap. Bicone, bead cap, rondelle, bead cap. Okay. And I'm not sure how far I'm going to bead up this. And see, you have to work with the bicone. Some of the bicones have bigger holes than others. Like that one went right on there. No problem. But some of them, you gotta really, they won't go. So you just kind of have to find the ones that will. So I'm not sure, like I was saying, how far I'm going to bead up on this chain, because I do want to make this a multi-strand. So I want it to have another layer. This is going to be really pretty, though. It's very simple, and I think these colors are just really pretty together. I don't wear a lot of pink or green, so I'm not sure that I'll keep this one. I may sell this one, but it is pretty. I really like it. I may have to go buy a pink shirt or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's really pretty. I wear so much black and white. I've got black on right now. That's really like all I ever wear. I really should wear more colors, but I just don't. I do like aqua. Okay, so like I said, I'm not sure how far I want to go up on. I kind of like it just small like this, but it needs a few more, I guess. So let me do a couple more. All right, let's see. There we go. We'll do another bicone. I'll do that over here. Another bicone. That's the one I had that wouldn't go on there, didn't I? And then bead cap, rondelle, bead cap, and a bicone. All right, so that's really pretty. I'm just going to leave it at that for just a second. And look at this other chain. Where is my other chain? Here it is. Okay, so I kind of want this other chain to come like this. I may even make this a 3 level. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to do a 3 tier necklace here. 3 strand necklace. What I'm trying to say. Because I want this layer here, but I also want another layer up here that I can put this flower on and hang a couple of these leaves interspersed with some beads. So I'm kind of designing on the fly right now and waiting for the dentist to call. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so this strand here I could do with Coriana as well. That would be pretty. Do I want to put these in between here? Probably. Maybe not. I want this, like I said, I'm trying to keep it kind of simple, but I want it to have some, I don't know, I don't want it to be just plain. I could do this on this layer right here, hang this guy, and then up here do the leaves on another layer. Could do that. Don't like that as well. I kind of like this with this, just a single chain here, and then maybe we'll do this up here. All right, so I am going to bead up a little bit more on this one then. So let's put a couple more bead caps, rondelle, bead cap, and another bicone, and I'm going to do the same on this side. Now obviously we don't need this, we're not going to need this chain to be this long probably, because it's going to hook into the other chains on this ring here in a minute. I'll show you. Okay, bead cap, rondelle bead cap, and a bicone. And I love these colors together. This is just so pretty. It's so dainty. Okay, now we're going to have a ring here. So here's a ring. And we're going to hook. This necklace needs to be fairly long, I think. Not super long, but a little bit long. If that makes any sense. We're going to hook our ring probably right about there. And I will hook this strand to it as well. So I'm just going to lay this out like it's going to go. And we can look at it and see how we like it. That strand to the rings as well. Then up here, I could do another strand of the Coriana with these. And I think that would be really pretty. I do definitely want to make it a multi-strand. Okay, that would be really pretty. This needs to be a little bit longer though. It's going to have to go down. All right. So, this is kind of how I do these, guys. I lay them out on my table just like they would be if they were kind of on my body. And I don't like those boards that everybody puts. They mess me up, so I don't use them. Okay, so I'm going to cut this Coriana right about, I'm going to go down a little. Okay, and let's see how long this Coriana piece ends up being. So after I cut that, we've got 6, 12, about 13.5 inches is where I have it now, this Coriana. Okay, this is our lowest layer. And so I'm going to hook this to this right here with the rings. Let's go ahead and do that. So we probably will need a couple more clamshell covers and crimp beads, but I didn't get them out, so I will here in just a second. And when you do this, you do not have to worry about crimping this bead like you're doing 2 strands of tiger tail, because all this bead is doing is holding your chain on your clamshell. So you put your clamshell in first, put your chain up through the bottom, then you're going to put your little crimp bead on, and you want it to be up towards the top, and all you really need to do with your pliers is take it and squish it down. Now you want to squish it kind of tight because it's going to hold your clamshell on there, but you don't want to squish it so hard that it's going to cut through your chain. Okay, don't do that. I mean, I've seen it do that before. I've not had it do that myself, but I think it can if you're really aggressive. So give it a tug test. You know, pull it. See if it's going to come undone. If it's going to come undone, you want it to right now. So, and not when somebody's wearing it. Okay. So another good thing to do would be to put a little dab of glue in here. So I have a little bit of super glue right here. If this will actually, I usually use E6000. Ooh, it will come out. Because I'm really terrible with super glue. I glue things like my fingers to things with super glue. But we're going to use this because it's laying here. Okay, so I'm just going to put it inside there, close that up, not touch it for a minute. And that is going to make that very secure in there. My E6000 is downstairs, or I would have gone and got it, but I'm not going to. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You could use jewelry glue, of course, too. And that just, you know, it'll just stabilize that. You won't have to worry that it's going to come off or anything like that. So smash it down. Just like that. Give it a tug test. So I'll tell you what, super glue freaks me out, guys, because I am really, really bad to glue my fingers to things. I've done it. See, I got it on the bead mat right there. I've done it so many times, and yeah, it's just not good. Okay, close that up. I'm gonna, well, okay, get that off the bead mat. All right, so here we have it. Hopefully, that's pretty much dry. Now, we're gonna hook this to this ring. So we're gonna do that with jump rings. I've got my oval jump rings out here, which I dearly love. I love oval jump rings. These are available on my website as well. Oval jump rings. They're just awesome. And I feel like they're secure, and that's why I like them. Okay, so I have a couple here, fairly large ones because it's got to go around this ring. I maybe could get away with a smaller size though. Let me try this one. I'm really weird about jump rings too. I like to use small rather than large if I can. So, all right. We're just going to hook this directly to the ring. Need to open it a little bit more, I think. Just like this. Okay. Make sure it's closed up. And there we have that. Same thing on the other side. And close this up. All right, and there is our longest layer of what this is going to be. So just kind of lay it here in front of you. I am zoomed out, aren't I? Whoop, yep. Okay, just trying to make sure I'm zoomed out so you don't. Okay, the next layer is going to be this one. And again, you just kind of want to lay it like where you want it to hang when you're wearing it. I like it right about there. I think that would be pretty. Might pull it up just a tad. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead over here and I'm going to cut it, and then I will tell you how long it ends up being. All right. So we've got about 12 inches. No, let's see. 6 is here. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. About 11 inches. 11 inches for this piece. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to take the jump rings and we're going to hook it directly onto the ring there. This layer is simple. That's all it gets, is just hooked right on. Just gives texture. I love to use multi layers of chain, and I really like to use different types of chain together in the same. I think it gives a lot of texture, but this one I'm kind of wanting to keep simple. Now, he is on the inside. You want to make sure when you put this on that you're putting it on the inside. You want this one to be on the outside because that's your longest one. Okay, put this one on the inside. Take your next piece. Same thing. You want to make sure that you're putting it on the inside piece so it hangs where it needs to. Whoops. Wasn't any good. I just knocked that right off there, didn't I? Okay, back on. And until we get the final piece of chain hooked on, this will flip around these rings, so make sure that you keep them where they are supposed to be. So just like that. Okay, let me scoot this down a little. All right, now, just laying it out here, just like that. Okay, now for our final layer, right here, so it's going to be a bit shorter. And I'm just going to hang this guy on it. I kind of would like to do some of these leaves, but I don't even know if I'm going to do those. So let me go ahead and cut it. And I have cut this piece, what did I do with my ruler? To be about 7.5 inches, okay? And I do need to grab another couple of crimp beads and clamshell covers because I was not thinking that I would use this a second layer of Coriana. I was thinking if I did anything it would be another layer of the regular chain, but I'm liking the way this is looking. So I'm just going to go with it. Get a couple clamshell covers out here. Clamshell covers, by the way, I had somebody ask the other day, have open and closed loops. So this is a closed loop clamshell cover. This is an open loop. So this loop you have to close on your own. I prefer, obviously, the ones that are closed because they're way more secure in my book. But it's hard to find the rose gold in the closed ones. I don't know why that is, but I have had a terrible time. Or if you do, they're like super expensive because, you know, I wanted to stock them on my website, but I'm not going to pay the exorbitant price just to, I don't know why they're so much more than just the other ones, but they are. So anyway, all right, so we have two here with the closed loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hang him on here. Now he's going to have to go on with a jump ring because he is facing the wrong way. His loop is for this chain. So let's go ahead and put this one on in the middle, just like this. And then I'm going to see what I want to do with the leaves because I'm not sure about them. So let's pull this up. Here this goes. Okay. Now, the thing is, if I put these leaves on here, they are going to slide way down like this. So I'm going to have to use beads. So I may do just a couple of bicones. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's do 2 bicones on either side. Just like this. And then we can take the leaves and we can hang them. We do want to use, you need to use a thin jump ring on these. I'm not going to wire wrap them. Now, you could, if you wanted to, like, be all fancy, you could do some wire wrapping and make these like briolet, you know, or something like that. But I hate wire wrapping. So I'm lazy and I'm just going to hang them on jump rings. That's just the way it's gotta be. I am not a fan of wire wrapping in any shape or form, and I'm not good at it, so I just, every chance I get, I just use the jump ring. And I don't think it looks bad. I think it's fine. All right, so there's one. Let me grab another one here. Sorry, I should have got these out ahead of time. Again, I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do with this. I wasn't sure if I was going to go ahead and hang them on jump rings or not, because I didn't really know I was going to get to do this tutorial. I thought I was going to be at the dentist. So, since I'm not, thought I would do a tutorial. All right, let's go ahead and put this one on. And these are, I think these are 8mm jump rings. They are kind of thin and a little bit big. So they go right through the, they do good for these leaves. All right, whoops. Okay, so there's what we've got. That is really cute. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more bicones. Like this. I'm trying to decide if I need to do 3 bicones. Because I think when it's hanging on you, it's going to kind of bend like that. I think it's going to be good. So I'm going to do 2 more on either side. Actually, I'm going to do 3 on either side. I am going to be sure with this. Well, I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me look at it. No, maybe not. And I'm just going to hang 2 more leaves on, just like we just did. If I can find the right size jump rings for them. That's what I'm trying to do here. So 2 more leaves. Here we go. Now these leaves, they shape, I mean, they can face different ways. I'm really not paying any attention to that. I don't think that that really matters, but you can, you know, face them different ways. They do have a shape. They kind of lay a certain way. But I don't think it's noticeable enough that I'm not really going to worry about that. All right, and 1 more. And I'm trying to, that's not the right size jump ring. I need the size bigger. All right, here we go. That one may be the size too big. That's what I'm having trouble, is finding my right size jump rings. I should have, I'm sorry, I should have got them out, but I just wasn't sure. Okay, here we go. All right, and we're just going to put this last one on here, and I'm just going to use these 4 leaves. I'm not going to do any more. Go ahead and just put them on. So there's what we have. Oh, that is pretty. I like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to do a bicone after each leaf. Just to kind of give it a, makes it look a little more finished, I think. Okay, just like that. Now, let's hold this up. This does need to be fairly short, this layer does, because if it is too long, it's going to hit the one below it. So I think I'm actually going to trim just a little bit more off of this. I'm taking about almost an inch off right there. Because when this lays, it's going to hang down. You want it to be, I think that'll be good. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing as before. I'm just going to put my little clamshell cover up through, or the chain through the bottom of my clamshell cover. I'm going to crimp it with a little bead. They're tiny. I think these are about 2mm crimp beads for anybody that, 1.5 to 2mm for anybody that wants to know that. Okay. Just mash him down. Let's take our chances with the glue again. I did pretty good before. I haven't glued my fingers to anything yet. Though I did get a little on the bead mat. And I did again, but that's okay. All right, close this up. Watch your fingers. I actually had a cousin who mistook super glue for lip gloss one time when she was little. Yeah, that wasn't good. That was real bad. I guess I've always been kind of afraid of it since then. I was kind of young, so I'm really not even sure how they, I know she had to go to the hospital, but I'm not even sure really how they got it off. But yeah, that was bad. She glued her mouth shut, glued her lips together with super glue. All right. And she was little too. I mean, she was like 6. So it wasn't like she knew any better really. She thought it was lip stuff. Okay. All right. So there we have our final layer, and I did kind of glue that to my finger, didn't I? All right, so we're just going to hang it on with a jump ring again, just like we did before. Small jump rings here. All right, just close that right up. And one on the other side. This is turning out really pretty. Oh, Chris is calling. Gotta pause the video. Okay, so I'm back. Chris did not get his teeth cleaned because his blood pressure is too high, and his blood pressure is high because he's scared of the dentist. So, vicious cycle we got going on there. But anyway, oh, crazy. Okay, so I am going to finish this necklace, and I'm just going to add chain on the sides here. In order to finish it off. So I kind of want to hold it up to myself, and you will want to do this too probably, and just see where it falls on you, you know, to see how long you want these side pieces to be. And it looks like I need mine to be about 6 inches long. I don't want it to be super long. So yeah, I'm going to do about 6 inches on each side of this chain to finish it off. So let me cut this really quickly. There's one side. Of course, by the time you put the clasp on, that's going to give it another inch. So keep that in mind. Unless you have a really small clasp, but just, you know, figure in for your clasp because that's important. And we're going to go right here. All right. So I've got my 2 pieces of chain. I am going to hook them on with the same little oval jump rings that I've been using. And then we're going to be about finished. This is turning out really pretty. I think the bargain bead box this month was absolutely beautiful. I think that they more than made up for the problems that they've been having the last couple of months. So, you know, everybody that was so upset the last couple of months, I believe they've really redeemed themselves. It's beautiful this month. So we're just going to take these jump rings and we're going to hook this chain on either side, just like this. Okay. Just make sure it's nice and secure and your jump ring is closed really well. And put this one on this side. All right, guys. And there are our sides to our necklace. So go ahead and, again, hold it up on yourself. See if it falls where you want it to. This one does for me. I like where it's laying. And we're just going to go ahead and finish it. So I'm just going to take one of the oval jump rings that I've been using, and I'm going to attach my toggle bar. And these came hooked together. Another thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to have a big de-stash sale. I'm debating whether to do it on my Facebook page or on a YouTube Live. I've never done a YouTube Live before, but I've recruited Chris to help me. So I'm willing to give that a try. So let me know in the comments below, if you don't mind, which you would prefer. I know a lot of people say they don't have Facebook, so let me know, but it's going to be a big de-stash sale. I've got like 76 lots of some really cool stuff. Some was given to me, or some I bought from my brother. When him and my sister-in-law split up, I bought a bunch of her jewelry stuff that she doesn't have anymore. He had it, and so then I had that, and then I bought some de-stash from somebody as well. So, and then I just de-stashed my own, but it's some nice stuff in there. So, let me know what you guys think as far as would Facebook be better or would YouTube Live be better. I'd be interested to hear your opinions on that. And we're going to attach the toggle ring over here. And then we have made a gorgeous necklace, 3 strand. And I like this toggle, it's really cute. Okay, there we go. So let me put this on a form and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we have it. I think this turned out really, really pretty. It actually turned out better than I thought it was going to. And I did decide not to put the leaves on there just because, it already seems to have enough, I think. But I really, really like this necklace. I think it turned out so sweet. Love the pink and green together with the silver. Yeah, it's a good one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to subscribe to Bargain Bead Box or just use my code in their sister store, I'll have all the information in the description box below. And let me know what you think about the D-Stash, YouTube Live or Facebook. What do you think? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.